Let's start today in child's pose, which we won't, stay still for long, but let's just start in child's pose. Any requests today? Any requests?
Twists.
Twists? Ooh, with all these layers? Okay, twists.
I feel like it really helps my hip.
Yeah. You're feeling flexible already there, Elizabeth?
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking.
All right. Let's take some nice deep inhales and exhales. As you inhale, really think about expanding your backside ribs. And then as you exhale, feel that belly pull up and in. On your next inhale, come forward into tabletop. Begin your cat-cow movement. Linking your breath and your movement to your spine. Adding in some C curves as you're ready. And then come to stillness. We'll start to add some twists in right away for Elizabeth. Inhale, bring the right arm out and the left leg out. On your exhale, knee to elbow, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen back out. Keep the arm up, drop the knee, reach the arm out to the side, and then sweep under as you come into a twist. Let your arm come down on the ground, your face come down. But think about more squaring your shoulders toward the mat so you can get a bit of an opening in that right shoulder joint. Inhale as you come back, because we're going to come right to that same thing again. So reach the right arm out, left leg out. Exhale, hugging together. Inhale, lengthen back out. Drop the knee, reach the arm out to the side, and then sweep it under. Maybe this time you're going to keep that left shoulder up as you come into a bit more of a twist here. Come back to center, reach the right arm out, left leg out, hug it together, lengthen it out, drop the knee, arm out to the side, come under for a twist, maybe even reaching that left arm up to the sky. Drop the hand, come back to it, reach the arm out, leg out. On an exhale, hug it in, reach it out, drop the knee, open up, and then sweep through, coming into that same, any one of those postures, or maybe even bringing that right hand behind, or left hand, I guess, behind your back. Unwind, reach the right arm, left leg out. Listen up, this time we're just gonna hug it in, reach it out. Hug it in, reach it out. Exhale to hug, inhale to reach, 2 more. And then release, push back to child's pose. Make it nice and active. Take a big, deep inhale, expanding those backside ribs. And then as you exhale, pull the belly in. 1 more, inhale, expand those ribs. Exhale, pull the belly in. On your next inhale, come back to your tabletop. Left arm reaches out, right leg. On an exhale, hug them together. Lengthen out, knee drops, arm out to the side, sweeping under. This time, this first round, we're going to keep the shoulders squarish, opening up the back of the left shoulder. Come back upright, reach the arm and leg. On an exhale, tuck them together. Lengthen out, drop the knee, reach out to the side, sweep through. Maybe keeping that right shoulder up. Come back to center. Reach the right arm and left, or right leg, left arm. Hug together. Reach out. Drop the knee, open to the side. Sweep through, maybe sweep that right arm to the sky. Back to center. You know what to do. Reach out, tuck together. Reach out. Drop the knee as you open to the side, sweep through. Any of those same postures, I'm going to reach up and behind my back. Unwind, back to center, reach out, and this was where we're going to tuck in 5 times, reach out. Link your breath and movement. End in child's pose. One big inhale. Pull the belly in as you exhale. Firing up that core. Come forward into your plank posture. Push through your heels. Puff that space out between the shoulder blades. And then rock forward onto your toes. And then back to your heels. Pushing the heels. Forward onto the toes. Back to the heels. Forward onto the toes. Back to the heels, hips high, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, travel to the top of the mat. Walk, step if you're ready to float. Once you get there, let's come halfway up, softening the knees if you need to. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Drop the knees, round it up 1 vertebra at a time. Come up to standing, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up, maybe your gaze shifts up. Exhale, fold forward. Walk your hands over towards the right so you come into a bit of a twist in this standing fold. And then back through center, walk to the left. Back to center for a half lift. Fold again. Half lift, palm the mat, step back to the top of your push-up. Bring the right leg up, one-legged plank. And then place that foot on the outside of the back foot. Sweep the hips high, a super long and twisted down dog, yes. Sweep it forward as you bring the right leg up, and then come back to your plank. Both feet on the ground. Left leg raises. Bring that foot on the outside of the right. Sweep the hips back into your long, stretched out down dog. Come forward into your plank as you raise the left foot. And then drop to regular plank, both feet on the ground. Lower all the way or part way to chaturanga. Inhale into your up dog or cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Pull the belly up and in. Let's find a twist in our down dog, bringing the right hand towards the left leg, foot or ankle, you decide. Maybe shift your gaze that way as well so you can look up underneath that left armpit. Come back to center and then take that twist the other direction. Maybe looking under the right armpit. Come back to center. On your next inhale, travel to the top of the mat and half lift. Fold as you exhale. Drop the hips, round it up as you come up to standing. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Palm the mat, step back to the top of your push-up. Right leg comes up, one-legged top of the push-up plank. Cross, hips back, down dog. Come forward, raise the right leg as you do so. Back to plank. Left leg lifts, cross feet, shift the hips back. Sweep forward into your plank, left leg lifts, and then comes down through your vinyasa, lowering as you exhale. Inhale, up dog or cobra to downward facing dog. Right hand towards the left leg, foot, ankle. Back to down dog. Twist the opposite direction. Back to down dog. Raise the right leg high, 3-legged down dog. On your exhale, bend and stack, open up to the side. Knee to same arm as you exhale. Hug it in there. Inhale, lengthen it high. Step to the top of the mat. Warrior one. Reach the arms up overhead. Let's stay here for about 5 breaths in this first warrior one. Think about pulling the belly in. On an exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, open up the chest, humble your warrior. Maybe that right shoulder comes to the inside of the right knee. Think about what that left hip is doing. If it's jutting out, bring it back in line. Release both hands to the inside of your front foot and then walk around to the back of the mat and rise into your warrior one back of the mat. We just turned ourselves around, warrior one. 5 breaths on this side. Pull the belly in, square the shoulders. On an exhale, hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, maybe the odd way. Inhale, open the chest, and then exhale as you humble your warrior. Maybe gaze shifting towards your back foot. Release your hands to the inside of that left foot and then walk around, turning the feet mindfully. Surround your right foot at the top of the mat. Step back to plank and take the vinyasa of your choice to down dog. As you come into your down dog, opportunity to twist in your down dog, reaching your hand towards the opposite side. Making sure if you do that, you two take it on both sides. And we'll meet in down dog again. For the left side, inhale the left leg up. On your exhale, bend and stack, open up to the side. Just stay here for a moment or two. And then hug knee to same arm. Inhale, lengthen back out. Step to the top of the mat for warrior two. Windmill up and around, back heel down. 5 breaths here in your warrior two. Flip the front palm, peaceful warrior. We're going to windmill our hands down to the inside of our front foot and then mindfully move our feet as we walk around to the back of the mat into our warrior two back of the mat. Sweeping the arms up and around, warrior two on the right. 5 breaths. What do you need to engage? Flip the front palm, peaceful warrior. Windmill those hands down to the inside of your front foot. Once again, always moving the feet mindfully to walk your hands to the top of the mat. Surround the left foot, step back to the top of your push-up and take the vinyasa of your choice to down dog. From this down dog, we'll come forward to the top of the mat. Walk, step, or float. And once you get there, halfway up. Exhale and fold. Drop the hips, Utkatasana chair pose. Keep those hips dropped as you reach the arms up overhead. Open arm twist in your chair pose. Let's twist to the right first. Back to center. Twist to the left. Back to center. Hands to heart center. We'll take a twist again, this time binding elbow to the outside of the leg, twisting to the right first. Watch those knees, they should be in alignment. Back to center, and then twist the other direction. Back to center. Rise tall and straight, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Dancing Shiva, I'm just gonna step back a tiny bit and then take my right hand to my right hip, left hand to the outside of my left knee. This first one I'm gonna do holding the knee, flexing the foot, Tall spine, twisting to look over my shoulder for 3, 2, 1. Release, reach the arms up overhead, and we'll come into that on the other side. Left hand to the left hip, right hand maybe to the outside of that left knee. Use the leverage of that arm to help you twist. Make that left foot active. Flex that foot. 2 more breaths. Release back to Tadasana. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale and fold. Half lift. Vinyasa to downward facing dog. And when you hit your downward facing dog, feel free to take a twist there. Or you're staying in your down dog and finding breath. After you return to down dog, inhale the right leg up, exhale, bend and stack. Really open up to the side. Knee to nose as you exhale. Inhale, lengthen out. Step to the top of the mat for high lunge, leaving that back heel off the ground. Reach the arms up overhead. 5 breaths. Reach that back hamstring to the sky. There's a breeze today. Open arm twist to the right. You okay?
Mhm.
Oh, you look upset.
Uh-oh, there were your phone.
Oh yeah.
Smashed into the pavement. I am upset.
At least it didn't break though. There's that good. And you guys got to hold that really long, so that's also good. Okay, let's come back to center. Reach the arms up overhead. Hands to heart center. We're gonna take a twist again, but binding the elbow. Reach through that back hamstring. Find that belly pulled up and in. Listen up. We're gonna windmill up and around out of this into our wide leg fold, outside edges of the feet parallel. Let's bring hands to the hips this first time, and then exhale to fold forward, hands to the ground or wherever you might like them. Finding your breath for 5. So sometimes on these cold days I worry much less about flexibility, and it gives me a chance actually to think more about stability and strength and where I can engage. Inhale, come part way up. On your exhale, walk your hands to the back of the mat. Surround your left foot and come into your high lunge. Reaching the arms up overhead. 5 breaths. Open arm twist to the left, and since we held it so long on the other side, here we are for 5 breaths again. Come back to center, reach the arms up overhead, and then hands to heart center, twist to the left, but find that bind with your elbow as you open up. We'll windmill out of this back to our wide leg fold, hands to the hips, feet parallel, fold forward on an exhale. Hands can come down to the ground again or bind somewhere with your legs. But think about the activity in the legs pushing the mat apart. On an inhale, we'll come part way up, walk our hands to the top of the mat, surround the right foot, step back to take a vinyasa of your choice to down dog. Headed into the left side, left leg reaches high. Bend and stack as you open up. Hug the knee into the nose. Inhale, lengthen back out. Step to the top of the mat. High lunge again on this side. And then open up into your warrior 2. Peaceful warrior. extended side angle, and that's where we'll hold a 5-breath posture. Pull the belly in, really find your engagement. Think about twisting open towards the sky. Inhale as you come up, straightening out the left leg. Exalted warrior, opening up the arms. And then triangle posture as you reach forward. Feel free to adjust the feet as you need to. Again, twisting open, finding stability in your core. Let's bring the top hand down to the ground. Walk towards the back of the mat, moving the feet carefully. We'll start in our high lunge, just like we did on the other side. High lunge on the right. Not here too long. We're opening up into warrior 2. Peaceful warrior. Extended side angle, 5 breaths. Remember that this is a twist that you're opening into. Inhale as you come up, straightening the leg, reaching the arm overhead, exalted warrior, into your triangle for 5 breaths. Again, adjusting the feet if they've become a bit too long. Take your top hand down to the ground. Walk those hands to the top of the mat. Surround your left foot at the top of the mat and step back to take your vinyasa to down dog. From down dog, we'll come forward to standing at the top of the mat. Any manner you're choosing to work on to get there. Once you get to the top of the mat, let's take a halfway lift and then fold again. Inhale into your chair pose. I know I did say standing. Open arm twist to the right. Back to chair. Open arm twist to the left. Back to chair. Hands to heart center. Twist to the right again. Look down at the ground in front of your right foot and become light on the left, coming into a bit of a balance here by just picking the left foot off the ground and staying in your twist for 3, 2, 1. Release the foot, come back to center, and then twist towards the left. First, find your twist. Then your gaze shift down, and then lightness in the right foot as you come into your balance. Release, come back to center, stand straight as you reach the arms up overhead, and then exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. On your exhale, fold forward. Half lift. Vinyasa to down dog. Once you get in your down dog, take a twist in your down dog if you choose. If you're not twisting in your down dog, think about what you need to engage and find your breath. When you return to down dog, inhale the right leg up. On your exhale, bend and stack, open up to the side. On an exhale, knee crosses the body towards the opposite arm. Inhale, lengthen it back out. Step to the top of the mat, listen up. We're gonna stay in our runner's lunge. Reach the right hand, not the right, both hands back behind you like a thunderbolt. Left hand down to the ground, twist open to the right. Drop the hips. Release that right hand to the ground and step the left leg partway forward for pyramid. So find the stance you like. Maybe you come halfway or most of the way up. And then if you're ready, fold over your right leg. Inhale, lengthen up, soften that right standing leg. We're coming to standing in our dancing Shiva. Left leg coming off the ground as you twist open to the left. Maybe you're going to hold the foot this round. I'm still holding the foot. As we come out of this, we're gently going to unwind and reach back and find our runner's lunge again. Maybe fingertips to the ground, maybe hovering, you get to decide. Then we'll sweep our hands back towards the feet. Before releasing hands to the ground, step back for your vinyasa. Left leg high on the inhale. Exhale, bend and stack. Cross the body. Touching the opposite arm if possible. Inhale, lengthen back out. Step to the top of the mat. Runner's lunge. Reach the fingertips towards the back heel. Release the right hand down to the ground. Open twist to the left. We're here for 5 breaths. Release your hand. We're stepping forward with the right foot into our pyramid. So find your stance and then come part way up, lengthening the spine, whatever that part way is for you, and fold over your left straight leg. Inhale, lengthen part way up, and then step forward to find that dancing Shiva balance. It's okay if you smile. But now I cracked myself up. I was trying to do that to Elizabeth. Unwind and step gently back into your runner's lunge. I lost all control. My joking around. And then sweep the hands back one more time. Release down to the ground, vinyasa or no vinyasa, to your downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, bend and stack. Flip dog or wild thing if you would like to put that into your practice this morning. When you're ready, come back to your 3-legged down dog. Hug that thigh into your ribs as you step towards the top of the mat. Runner's lunge again. Sweep the hands back. Drop the left hand, twist open to the right. Release that hand, step forward for your pyramid. Yep, we're going a little faster here. So sink into your pyramid as you are ready. Coming up into your dancing Shiva, find your balance. Unwind into your runner's lunge. From your runner's lunge, listen up. We're going to bring the left foot forward into Kundalini. So it's going to come behind that right calf. And then step back to that runner's lunge. 2 more. Forward to Kundalini. Back to your lunge. Stay in this Kundalini. And then drop that left shin down to the ground. We're going to have a seat here in this twist. Tall spine. And then keep twisting your body to the right. Maybe your elbow is going to hook on the outside of your knee. Maybe your right hand helps you to stay super tall on the spine. All right, if you kept going and you let your hips come down, you'd kind of end up crisscrossed or in a half lotus, but you might twist to turn to the top of the mat instead. I'm actually going to be facing the right direction. So you might be here or crisscross. So you just kind of kept on going, right? So you're here and you're just going to keep unwinding until you're here. Or crisscross legs. It's like, I don't.
Fire log situation, right?
It is like a fire log situation. You're right. It's close to that. Okay, some of us are going to reach the arms up overhead and take a side bend each direction in your own time. I'm giving you hip opening though, Elizabeth.
I know.
And then we're going to take a twist each direction in our own time. And then we're going to unwind those legs and come into boat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come over your legs for a vinyasa or no vinyasa to down dog. Let's catch that on the other side. I'm going to turn around so I'm not facing the wrong way. Okay, left leg, inhale it up, exhale, bend and stack, flip dog, wild thing, or stay right where you're at. Coming out, and then hug your thigh in as you step towards the top of the mat. Runner's lunge, reach the hands back. Place the right hand down, twist open to the left. Bring your hand back to the ground. Step forward into your pyramid. Sink in when you're ready. Dancing Shiva, coming upright, finding your balance. Back to your runner's lunge. 3 Kundalinis, we stay forward on the 3rd. Nice and slow, this isn't a race. And then after that moment of hold, we'll come down to the ground, finding our seated twist. Crisscross, that left knee is up in the air this time. Keep twisting the body. Tall spine. And then we're gonna come into seated again. So I'm gonna keep winding around, but I know you guys might like to face the other way. That puts me in a half lotus, but you can certainly change the orientation of your legs. Inhale, reach the arms up, side bend each side once in your own breath. And then we'll twist to each side once on your own breath and in your own time. Unwind those legs. We're back to our Navasana for 5, 4, 3, 2, vinyasa, or make your way to down dog. From your down dog, come forward, feet to hands and half lift. On your exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, reach the arms up overhead. Sink down, Utkatasana, open arm twist to the right. Let's play around with balance. So really step into that right foot and maybe pick the left leg off the ground. And then maybe even bring that hand back to find your foot as you come up, kind of opening up forward into that revolved dancer. Coming back to chair out of this. Well, I use the term dancer loosely.
Well, I said I don't even know where my foot is.
And then hands to heart center, we're going to twist to the right again and play with that balance of bringing a foot off the ground like a stork. You might find a bind here with your foot as well. You never know if Elizabeth can find her foot. And then we'll come out of that, standing all the way straight out of our chair. We'll do the other side separately. Inhale, sweep the arms up. On your exhale, sit down into your chair. Open arm twist to the left. Really ground into the left foot so that you can pick the right leg up and then maybe find your foot. And then I begin to come upright into a revolved dancer, holding that opposite foot. Sink it back to your chair when you're coming out of that. Hands will come to heart center, twist to the left. Did that get anybody else's heart rate up? And then maybe find that stork-like balance here, and maybe bind with the foot if you want to play around with finding it. When you're ready, we'll release to standing. I'm going to reach my arms up overhead and then Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up. On your exhale, fold forward. Half lift. Vinyasa to downward facing dog. Taking your twist of some kind in your down dog if you choose. And then once you return to your downward facing dog, we're going to combine a bunch of those postures together in our next floor. Whoa, oh, thank you. I'm really batting 100 here on this, aren't I? Thank you. All right, inhale the right leg up, exhale, bend and stack. Bring your foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Take one inhale and exhale here. Open up, warrior two. It's a beautiful warrior. No, I'm losing it over here, I'm really losing it. Extended side angle. Come back up, find that exalted warrior, and then into triangle. From your triangle, let's drop that right hand, bringing both hands to either side of your front foot, pop the back heel up, and come into your high lunge. Reach the arms up overhead. Open arm twist to the left. To your high lunge. Hands to heart center. Twist with your bind. Any bind you might like. Come back to center. Runner's lunge. Fingertips coming down to the ground. Step the back foot forward for pyramid. Lengthen the spine, fold over the front leg. Last dancing Shiva as you come up. Finding the expression of your choice. When you come out, we're coming into that low lunge with a twist. So maybe only the right hand will come down as you keep twisting open to the left. Release your hand, runner's lunge. Kundalini. Back to your lunge. Kundalini. To your lunge. Kundalini, hold, maybe finding your balance here. We're not going down to the ground. Back to your runner's lunge. Bring both hands inside your foot and then walk around into your wide leg fold. We'll stay here just a moment longer than we did the other posture so you can sink into it. Place the hands on the ground, come part way up, walk your hands to the top of the mat, surround that left foot, and step back to take your vinyasa. I don't know, Laura. I do know that we were surrounding the left foot at the end, though. Hopefully it'll all work out this side. Inhale the left leg up, bend and stack, open up to the side. Bring your foot to the top of the mat, warrior one on the left. Sink in there for a breath. Open up, warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Extended side angle. Exalted warrior as you come up, straightening out, coming into your triangle. Top hand down to the ground. We're coming into our high lunge. I'm going to touch down in my ground or my runner's lunge first, and then bring arms up overhead. High lunge. Open arm twist to the left. I feel like we ended up on this side. Back to center. Find our twist grounded with the hand. Back to center. Bring those hands back down to the ground. Step back to your plank. And bring your right foot forward. We are not going to miss out here. Come up into your high lunge. Open arm twist to the right.
What?
We're in right foot forward, high lunge. Yeah, I had to switch us out. Open arm twist.
I think we did do it on my right side.
We did this side already?
Mhm.
Oh, I thought I had us all off center.
Yeah, because I remember doing this even though you didn't call it.
Oh, I'm doing better than I thought. Okay, so what did we end
so
up
where are we
here?
now? Are we back on the left leg now?
I guess.
We didn't do
Yeah, I think when
pyramid
you-
over here. I
No,
know
we
that.
did.
Probably
Okay.
The second
Okay.
time you ended up switching legs or
All right,
something.
somehow I've switched my own legs. Okay, so we'll come back to center to ground into the runner's lunge and step forward for pyramid on this side. Yeah, last dancing Sheba on this side, right? That's what we needed. Is that right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Pyramid to this, but from there I don't know.
We're gonna do something here.
Ooh, we didn't do
Come out of
Kundalini.
this into your twist. No, we haven't done that part yet. Into your twist, right hand down as you step back and keep twisting open. Now hand comes down to runner's lunge for those kundalinis 3 times, and that third one gets held. So I think I was on the wrong foot with the other flow, but that's okay. Probably because I got up. Third one gets held, maybe a supreme balance to it. And then we're going to step back through a vinyasa to down dog. Or skip a vinyasa to down dog. Slowly lower your knees down towards the ground. Camel. Oh, maybe something I avoid all the time. All right, of course you can leave your hands at your hips every time, or you can take your hands to your heels as you're ready. I'm gonna get my feet flat so I can be stable. Okay. Inhale some length in your spine. As you're ready, come into your back bend. And then coming out strength of your core, I'm going to take a couple rounds of cat-cow here. Back into your camel. Hands might stay on the hips or reach back for your heels. Come out the same way you came in, taking cat-cow if that feels good to you. Third camel, set yourself up, taking any of those variations that you like. Use the support of your belly and your hands to come upright. Finding your cat-cow movement if that feels right for you. And then I'm going to offer a camel twist here if you would like to come into a twist with your camel, reaching the right hand towards the right foot and just allowing the left arm to come overhead. Gaze down maybe towards your right foot. Windmill out of that, strength of your belly. Taking some cat-cow if needed, or you can go right to the other side. Left hand to the left foot, or you can keep that left hand on your back as you twist forward. Windmilling out of that, and take cat-cow as you need until you're ready to sink back into your child's pose. Child's pose, let's come forward onto our bellies. I was going to slow us down more than this, but I need some heat still building up. So come forward onto your bellies. We're coming into some locust work. Hands down by your side, chin to the mat. Exhale your air on an inhale. Bring everything up that can come up. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Take an inhale and an exhale. Your next inhale, come right back up. Exhale to come down. Inhale to come up. Exhale down. 2 more. And then release, resting on one cheek or the other. Wiggle the hips slightly, but we're not quite done. Arms like an airplane or goalpost, whichever you might prefer. But if that doesn't work for you, certainly you could keep your hands right where they're at. Chin to the mat. First one's a hold. Inhale as you bring everything up and hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Your next inhale, we come up. Exhale down. 3 more. Rest on the other cheek. One more round of this work. Any of those same arm positions. Maybe you like to bind your hands behind your back or reach your arms forward. Find what's going to be something you want to work on. Chin to the mat. Exhale your air. Inhale everything up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know what to do. Take a breath. 4 times. Inhale up. Exhale down. And release. Maybe bend your knees and windshield wiper the hips. Okay, that did it. I got some heat works back up. Release the legs. Use your arms to help you push back into your child's pose again. A counter to those back bends. Maybe you'd even like to sweep your hands back to find your heels. If your hands are back, bring them forward and then walk your hands over to the right, finding a side stretch in your child's pose. Back to center, find that side stretch the other way. center. And then come upright, walk forward as you need to bring your legs out in front of you so you're still on the mat. Seated forward fold. And then we'll take a final twist before Shavasana. Inhale some length in your spine, and as you're ready, fold over your straight legs. This is not my day for filming. Yeah.
Or did you just never pick that up?
I don't know. Who knows? It doesn't seem like the wind is that strong today, but I mean it's breezy, but I wouldn't have said there was a strong wind. Okay, here we are in our forward fold. Take several more breaths. Okay, let's all come up enough that we can lengthen the spine and then walk our hands over to the right. Let's keep that left hand down either on the mat or maybe you'd like to bind with your foot and then twist open. So I don't know if that feels good to have an open arm. I'm going to have my hand on my back, but you could have an open arm or elbow pointing back. And then you can play around with how much you fold forward by bending that left elbow as you remain in your twist. I'm going to come upright first and then unwind to come out of that, slowly making my way to the other side. Lengthening my spine so that I can bring my hand back and twist to the left. Maybe even folding during that twist. Coming back to center, fold over one more time. And then begin to come upright and we'll lie all the way down on our backs. Finding a reclined spinal twist before Shavasana. Maybe you like to hug your knees into the chest first, or bring your hips up in a little bridge first. We'll take the knees over to the right, and I'm not going to instruct you on your spinal twist. You know where you like to go, I'm sure. Just find the twist that feels good for you. We'll hold here for about 10 breaths. As you're ready, make your way to your twist on the other side, taking your time. When you're ready, unwinding from your twist, taking any last stretches or postures you might need before coming into your Shavasana. to come out of your Shavasana, begin to find a little bit of movement, deepening of the breath.